I'm Gina Kaufman, and you're listening to KCUR's Central Standard. Hello again. Now we're switching gears to meet a local musician, Erica Joy, whose voice defies description. So let's hear it. This is the song Happy Villain.
Sweet sunshine, I've got my eyes on you. Some people say that it's a sin. Baby, I'm happy villain.
Erica Joy, good morning.
Four-letter word, it says.
Good morning, Erica.
Hello.
Tell me about the song that we just heard.
Happy Villain. Well, that actually derives, supposed to be in a happy place. My friend asked me to write a song to help her ask her now wife for engagement and surprise her at one of my shows. So we came up with this, and like everything I write, it's more haunting than happy, will you marry me type of thing. So we laid it on Happy Villain. I wrote it with Britt Wild and performed it, and it did surprise her. She was utterly in tears, so that was it went pretty well.
Haunting is exactly one of the words I would use to describe your voice in general, which is funny because it's so mellow. You aren't doing anything to kind of give it a piercing, just the opposite. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but there's something about your voice that just gets you. And I wonder if that's something that you've cultivated. Does it come naturally?
Yeah, I was trying to explain this the other day. It did actually come naturally to me a little bit later on in life. I worked in construction for Eco Studio One while I was in university just down the street, UMKC. And there were these big empty houses with lots of reverb, and I just ended up, writing all these things that selfishly I needed, and then other people were like, "Wow, this makes a lot of sense. We have to try and do something with this."
You think that the reverberation in the spaces where you were working construction had an influence on the sound that you ended up generating?
Yeah, I think there is some derivative there. It definitely is this ethereal bounce back at you. If anybody sings in the shower or sings in the staircase, it's you feel like a rock star in that moment.
Well, yeah, but in my case, you get out of there and it doesn't last.
Fair.
How have you always sung and played guitar?
No, absolutely not. I grew up mainly just doing sports, and it wasn't in the paradigm of something I was gonna do. I don't know how to explain that. It just wasn't in the, if you're playing a tennis game, it just wasn't part of the game. So I've always wanted to do like some sort of musical theater and be fantastical. And when I moved out and came to Kansas City, it opened up a lot of things for me, but that's one of them.
So you were just immersed in the sports world and just hadn't had a chance to give it a try?
Exactly, yeah. It hadn't even occurred to me that I would have any kind of a voice. And then I was just jamming out to beloved Dixie Chicks in high school, and somebody was like, "Wow, I love Dixie Chicks. I won't always say about it." And she was like, "Wow, I think you might be singing better than Natalie Maines." I was like, "Hold your breath. That's not a thing. She's the best thing that's ever happened." So that's when I kind of realized, wow, maybe I have something, and I could help some people out and share with the world. So,
tell me more about your background and just, I'm interested in the crossover maybe between your existence as a musician and your previous life as an athlete.
It's a gradual change like anything. I came to the city because of a cross-country scholarship to UMKC. Without that, I wouldn't even probably be talking to you right now. And I have two parts rolling with me. I'm very introverted and very extroverted, and so with my running, it's sort of like a grindy long distance to the end, Lord of the Rings, I'm not going to stop type thing. And then I have very tendencies to feel things very hard, and very emotional as well.
So, yeah, the two worlds meld together quite strangely at times, but
Speaking of your personality, you were part of a storytelling event that I hosted it for Jenless and Casey, and you told this story about going camping with some friends for your birthday, knowing that it was going to storm out. And this was your birthday present to yourself, was the knowledge that you were going to see your friends get rained on. I think that says a lot about you as a person.
So maybe I'm just a terrible person. I just enjoy messing with my friends on many levels, and that I love camping, and so putting them in my environment, being like, "Hey, handle this," was just hilarious to me. So
I want to hear just a little bit of another song, and then we're going to hear you play live. But let's hear a little bit of a song called "You've Got a Hold on Me." Anything you want to say about it first?
This is another one of those longing for things that don't ever come to pass. So.
Over, you've got a hold on me. Oh, sink your teeth right in. Lover, you watch it fall to the ground. I'll find you in town.
Do you do a lot of longing for things that don't come to pass?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, it just I guess tends to be what I write about. I have a lot of sort of like angsty wake up and feel things type. Yeah, I just want people to feel things. So.
Do you think that people don't feel things enough?
I guess, yeah, I have general, I want, vulnerable, raw interaction, and we're in this together type thing, and, I've been let down like anybody else, and just my belief, like in fairy tales, that you can believe in people and open up to them and be vulnerable. That's part of what I'm writing about. It's a connectivity of sort, I guess.
So there's a song that you're going to play for us in studio today called What the Hell. What is this song about?
Well, what the hell is getting myself into situations that I'm like, I just reflect and I'm like, oh, how did I get here? I went to Guatemala and altitude sickness and with water sickness, and I'm in this gas station in the middle of nowhere, and you just those moments where you pause and you're like, how did I get here?
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. I actually switched it up a little bit on you. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
I wanted to play something new because this is my raw connectivity vulnerable experience. And this is something I just wrote. So
Okay.
It's called Carol.
Great. Thank you.
Do do dum la do 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 dum la do do dum la do 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 dum la. Carol, she rode her horse to town, while know her name. Blue, black, and white stripes, she'll cause it insane. Look in her eyes and she will blow smoke in your face. Heartburn, know your purpose in the game. And it's a white wrecking shadow. You've got a lot to live for. Curtains wide, wrecking shadow. You've got a lot to live for. She gets drunk on the weekends to hide her feet. There was a dust in the air that maced the heat. No matter how many times you spin, there's always someone who'll try to beat your mind and start to end. And it's a wide, wrecking shadow. You've got a lot to live for. Curtains wide, wrecking shadow. You've got a lot to live for.
Thank you so much, Erica. That was awesome. It's great seeing you again, too.
Absolutely.
That was Erica Joy performing a new song. What's it called again?
It's called Carol.
Thanks. And you can catch her live in KC pretty often. Just check her out. And listen back to our conversation with Erica and our discussion about concealed carry on campus at kcur.org/Central Standard. You can do that later today. That's kcur.org/Central Standard. Tomorrow, art inspired by the Missouri River gives us a better look at the relationship between the river and the city. That's tomorrow. Tune in at 10. KCUR Central Standard is produced by Matthew Long Middleton, Sylvia Maria Gross, Jen Chen, Andrea Tudhope, and Suzanne Hogan. I'm Gina Kaufman. Up to Date is next, so stick around.